Sometimes friendship doesn't arrive with celebration or noise. It slips into your life quietly, unexpected, almost shy. For us, it appeared in the form of a trembling pit bull hiding beneath a table. His name was Hedgy.
Speak. Good, speak. Good boy. High five. Good high five. Good high five.
One look at him, and you could tell this dog had known fear. His eyes carried stories of neglect, uncertainty, and loneliness. We didn't know if he'd ever trust again. But then, something incredible happened. When he came close to my son, Mason, it was as if a door inside him finally opened. We had met many dogs before, but none felt right. I kept waiting for that connection, that deep, unshakable knowing. Then we saw Hedgy. In that moment, I just knew he was the one. Mason felt it too. Neither of us could have imagined how deeply this bond would shape them both, but the feeling was undeniable. That first night, Hedgy crawled under the table and refused to come out. He trembled for hours, still trapped inside his fear. We agreed not to rush him, to let time do the healing. Then Mason asked softly, "Can I take him to bed with me?" Before I could respond, he gently scooped Hedgy up and carried him away. The next morning, what I saw made my heart swell. Hedgy followed Mason everywhere, step for step, breath for breath, as though he had already chosen his person. From that day forward, Mason and Hedgy were inseparable. Mason called him his best friend, and he meant it with his whole heart. Hedgy waited by the door for him, curled up at his feet and looked at him with the kind of trust usually reserved for family. Sometimes I felt Hedgy wasn't really our dog, he was Mason's. The papers said otherwise, but their bond told the real story. Mason didn't just play with him, he cared for him. He fed him, walked him, and tended to every need without being told. Not out of duty, but out of love. That's when I realized the friendship between a boy and his dog can teach us lessons we never expected to learn. Despite his difficult past, Hedgy was a quick learner. He mastered tricks, learned to bow, and even figured out how to ring the doorbell when he wanted to go outside. But his greatest joy came from the quiet moments when Mason sat beside him, gently stroking his ear. In those moments, Hedgy would close his eyes, as if reliving the puppyhood he never had. Caring for Hedgy came with its own challenges. Because of a medical condition, he could only eat while sitting upright in a custom chair, so gravity could help his food reach his stomach. At first, we hand-fed him carefully and patiently. Later, with his special chair, mealtime became easier. Some vets suggested we let him go, that maybe it would be kinder to end his struggle. But how could we say goodbye to a soul so full of love, joy, and light, even if he needed a little more care? The answer was simple. We couldn't. Now, when I sit down to work, Hedgy rests quietly beside me, content just to know I'm near. His calm presence fills the room, but his heart, his entire world, still belongs to Mason. They remain inseparable from morning till night. Even in sleep, Mason makes sure Hedgy has a spot beside him. The bed might be small, but Mason wouldn't have it any other way. Mason even wears a shirt that says, "I miss my dog." I laugh and remind him that Hedgy's just in the next room, but Mason means it. His love runs so deep that even a moment apart feels too long. This isn't just the story of a rescue dog. It's the story of a friendship that speaks without words, a bond woven together by trust, laughter, and quiet care. Above all, it's a story about love, the kind that heals, the kind that changes lives. If Hedgy and Mason's story touched your heart, please like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more stories of hope, resilience, and the extraordinary love between people and their pets. Our team crafts every story from scratch with a signature storytelling style that aims to inspire, comfort, and uplift. We combine heartfelt narration with thoughtful editing to create videos that truly connect one story, one heart at a time.